Today, Wednesday, 20th July 2022, professionals, NCYP, regarding the Muslim ticket of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the APC presidential flag bearer. After Tinubu clinched the APC presidential ticket in June this year, the members of the Northern Christian Youth Professionals intensify all efforts in prayer, lobbying, and campaigning for the next blessing, a Muslim Christian ticket. A ticket we believe is vital for the balance, equity, safety, effectiveness in the governance of Nigeria. Our desire didn't come to be, but we took it in good stead and prayed, yet still. We are aware that you are searching for a voice to ask the NCYP leadership. Now that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has chosen a Muslim ticket, where do we stand? Where does the NCYP stand? Are we moving to support another party? Are we still Team Tinubu? Today, we are here to inform you that we are choosing to still pitch our tent with Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Tinubu-Shettima, because this ticket can fix the problems of insecurity that are disturbing us, that are disturbing our dear. Please, I take that paragraph again. Sorry. Today we are here to inform you that we are choosing to still pitch our tent with Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Tinubu-Shettima, because this ticket can fix the problems of insecurity that are disturbing our well-being, especially Christians in northern Nigeria. For us as youths, both Tinubu and Kashim have used mass employment of youths to reduce insecurity and improve the economic living conditions of our people, of their people. Please permit me again, I take that paragraph again. For us as youth, both Tinubu and Kashim have used mass employment of youths to reduce insecurity and improve the economic living conditions of their people. In Lagos, Tinubu's mass employment of youths, whom are popularly known as Agberos, Alaye, touts. In Lagos State's Traffic Management Agency, Lagos Waste Management Authority, to mention a few, reduced the crime rate and brought a peaceful and business-thriving environment that has eluded the state for a long time. This is part of the secret behind the astronomical growth of the famous Lagos State internally generated revenue. Tinubu-Shettima, when he was governor of Borno State in 2012, secured Maiduguri, the state capital, and by extension, Borno State as a whole, from being captured by Boko Haram. When he audaciously employed 20,000 youths into the then newly created civilian JTF, known as civilian JTF. This played the key role that chased Boko Haram out of the capital to the fringes of the state. Some security experts believe that if not for that contribution of these youths in the civilian JTF, Borno State would have fallen to Boko Haram, and they would have easily swallowed the whole northeastern region, which would have been bad for Nigeria and also the ECOWAS community. We have no doubt that with Tinubu and Kashim, there is going to be mass youth employment, not only in the north, but across the states of Nigeria as a whole. We are already talking about the reopening of textile factories in my home state of Kaduna, for instance, about 700,000 people, mostly youths, would be employed when these factories are reopened. There are similar factories in Kano and many states in the north that will also be open. So if you multiply this figure, 700,000 for just Kaduna state, and spread across other states, factories of other states in the north, we are talking about millions of youths who are going to be employed, massively by the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kashim Shettima, by the grace of God, come 2023. This will be the first step of naturally weakening all forms of insecurity, particularly Boko Haram and bandits. Tinubu's tolerance of Christians is exemplary. His wife is an anointed pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. He is the first governor to take back the missionary schools that were taken by fiat by the military regime. Tinubu handed these schools back to the church to promote competition in the Lagos State educational sector in pursuit of excellence. This audacious policy is paying off already. Jagaban has also gifted many land to churches in various, Jagaban has also gifted many lands to churches in various locations and communities in Lagos State. Some of this land, some churches are already standing. Their buildings have already been erected. Kashim Shettima's relationship with Christians all his life has been cordial. His friends, colleagues, both in the private and public service, are testifying. The Christian community in Borno State will always adore him for rebuilding churches that were destroyed by Boko Haram, particularly those in the southern part of Borno. For the first time, Christians in Borno State enjoyed a pilgrimage. Take that again, please. For the first time, Christians in Borno State enjoyed pilgrimage to the Holy Land, all funded by the government of Kashim Shettima. This has remained indelible. Oh, please permit me, I'm a Bajuman. These have remained indelible in the minds of our brethren. Fellow Christians, let us keep emotions aside and ask ourselves some crucial questions. Fellow Christians, let us keep emotions aside and ask ourselves some crucial questions. 1. Does Kashim Shettima have the capacity to out-campaign other candidates and become victorious in the 2023 presidential election? Yes, they will. 2. So don't you think it is more sensible to work with the ticket that has the skills to solve our problems and also has the capacity to emerge victorious as president and vice president of our dear country? Let us be clear about something today. If we do not look into the mirror as northern Christians and take some of the blame for our deteriorating political position, we will not be able to take steps required for the change we dare need. When was the last time blaming someone else led to a solution? It only brings animosity. There is a lot we have to fix in our communities to move ahead. We need to support each other. We need to make sacrifices. We need to fight for a greater good, for something that is bigger than every one of us. This is why we at NCYP, Northern Christian Youth Professionals, are making a decision that might appear to you that might appear controversial to you, at least we have made a choice and we are taking action. There is a demeaning, age-long assertion that the northern Christian population is only a handful of millions in the region, in the northern region, and as such, our votes do not majorly decide elections. Recent research from church attendance suggests that this is not correct. To prove the former assertion wrong, let every Christian that lives in the north go and get his or her PVC. Let us prove that we have the majority by massively casting our votes come February 2023 in the general elections. The leadership of NCYP is here to promise you that we are choosing to pitch our tent with Tinubu because we believe it is the right thing to do. Emotional agitations are not going to help anyone today or tomorrow. We guarantee you that any ideas that include pulling out, folding our arms, and doing nothing are unacceptable, but they are the biggest recipes. I take that again, please. We guarantee you that any ideas that include pulling out, folding our arms, and doing nothing are unacceptable. And they are the biggest recipes that will bring disaster we dreadfully fear. Brothers and sisters in Christ, the leadership of the Northern Christian Youth Professionals has made a decisive choice to forge ahead. We do not expect everyone to understand on this same day. However, we will not wait until everyone understands before we act. Yes, we have chosen. So the only question we need to worry about is how do we, all of us, forge ahead? The Northern Christian Youth Professionals must confess we do not have 100% action plan on that. But one thing we are sure about is that we will inquire from every Christian community in the north to investigate the problems we all face. We will organize these problems and knock on every door we can in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's team. We will keep negotiating until we come up with an actionable and acceptable plan to solve the problem faced by our people in northern Nigeria, with our key focus being the rural dwellers, the farmers in the villages. For instance, in my home state, in my village of Farman, or Fadi and Bokut, Sharp Corner, Kaduna, or in Chibok, or in Goza, or in Zuruland, in Kebbi, we would investigate and will bring solutions, all of us, that will solve these problems. To ensure that these plans are part of the operational agenda of the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Northern Christians need to support him now and vote for him. For emphasis, I take that again. To ensure that these plans are part of the operational agenda of the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Northern Christians need to support him now and vote for him. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you understand the urgency of this matter. Do we have the capacity to do that? Do we have the capacity to do what we are saying? Yes, we do. Let us tell you why. While the engineers were focused on their personal agenda several years ago, Noah and his amateur family built an ark. That ark saved every species of animal that God had created. That is a story every Christian knows. The story is also a reminder that God has given you and me the capacity to save his people. So do you still have any questions? If you do, we will not discount them. However, we will want to inform you that the Northern Christian Youth Professionals and any other Christian group, and also Muslim groups that want to protect the safety of Christians in the North, need you. You are the answer to the question you want to ask. So please take action today, because if we do not do the needful, who will? The Northern Christian Youth Professionals have made a decisive choice to pitch our tent with Bola Ahmed Tinubu's team as a strategic approach to fight for the safety and prosperity of Christians in the North. We call on every Christian in the North to take action in fighting for our collective safety and prosperity. If you believe in our approach, we are inviting you to join the Northern Christian Youth Professionals today to fight for our socio-political future as Northern Christians by supporting the candidacy of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Tinubu-Shettima. Thank you all. That's it. God bless you all.
Thank you,
and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Reflect on your history. In 1993, MKO Abiola and Baba Gana Kinkibe, both Muslims from the southwest, and Baba Kinkibe rather from the northeast, ran for elections, and they won. But that ticket, unfortunately, never came to see the light. That mandate, unfortunately, never came to see the light. Of course, we have a lot of concerns. A lot of Nigerians have expressed concerns, including the NCYP. We know that the temperament of the nation then, we are more united, more together, living in harmony. There was peace everywhere. There wasn't this insecurity. Our religious and ethnic, differences weren't so divided as we have today. But that is not to say that in the capacity of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Tinubu-Shettima that it will still not work. It is going to work absolutely. And why do I say so? Let us look at the capacities of the individuals. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as we have said, is a Muslim. His wife is a Christian. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man of excellence. We saw his cabinet in Lagos. It is made up of people from all walks of life, including religion, Christians and Muslims, people who are not even from Lagos State. And he did successfully there. He carried everybody along. He has worked so much for the church. We have just told you that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has contributed land for churches that were built in Lagos. Right. We are also aware that he is the first governor to collect back the missionaries' schools from the Lagos State governor, from the Lagos State government, and hand them over to the Christian communities, to the Christian owners, original owners. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is far from religious bigotry. He's far from any, he's non-tribalistic at all. Then our dear elder brother, Senator Kashim Ibrahim, now the running mate, an excellent individual, an outstanding banker who has performed so very much in the private and in public sector. People need to understand what happened, the heights of Boko Haram, between 2011 and 2014. This was when Kashim was the governor of Borno State. Kashim built all the churches that were destroyed by Boko Haram. I am a witness. I know the EYN churches, right, that he rebuilt in Lassa, for instance, in Lassa town. I know the EYN church that he built, and most of the other state churches that were destroyed by Boko Haram in the southern part of Borno State. Our brothers are also testifying to us. His friends, in his livelihood growing up, he has had friends from all walks of life: Igbo, Yoruba, Ijo, most of which are Christians. The Christian community have never had it so good in Borno State like during the time of Tinubu-Shettima. He's the first governor to begin to fund Christians to go for pilgrimage, just like their Muslim counterparts in Borno State. We have had one-on-one relation. Anybody that knows Tinubu-Shettima, if you have one-on-one relationship, he's so academically advanced, for this kind of primordial sentiment. So what are we saying? These people, this is somebody who used employment in Lagos State to turn around the fortunes of Lagos State, restore peace. Let us cast our mind back to what Lagos was before Bola Ahmed Tinubu became president. Lagos was one of the most dirtiest states. It was one of the most insecure states. If you go out in 1998 when I went to Lagos, 97 when I went to Lagos for the first time, up until 1998, if you go out in the morning, if you go out today and tomorrow, there are largely chances that you will see a dead body on the street. We all know that. We all know the level of traffic. Bola Ahmed Tinubu took the Iberos, who are youths, and gave them employment, created new agencies. My brother and sister, the problem of Nigeria, it is not about Christian or Muslim. We understand this fact. We understand the fears of the northern Christians, right? That they are afraid of, because they are afraid of all these attacks and all of that. But we are saying here that these people have solved insecurity using employment. And when a people have employment, that is the first step of resolving insecurity. I give you an example. For instance, the civilian JTF in Borno State. These were youths. They were hanging out. They were just unemployed, lazing around, perambulating the whole of Maiduguri at that time. But what did Kashim did? He convinced the NSA, the then NSA office, and asked them, let us bring up this idea. Let's get youths to work with the military, because the military, most of them, do not even understand the geography, of the state. And they don't know the lungus. If you know Hausa, you understand what we call lungu. The nooks and corners, of the communities. And some of these Boko Haram people, the terrorists, were their family members, were their friends. So they use the intelligence of these youths, to chase out Boko Haram. At that time, President Goodluck Jonathan had declared a state of emergency in Maiduguri, in Borno State, because Boko Haram was almost taking over the seat of power. The government house is in Maiduguri. Even the Maiduguri metropolitan local government, right, where the government house is, they were encroaching. So the youths were taken, recruited, given a source of living with their salary and their funding. He even gave them piece of land, and that's how those boys were so excited, and they gave their best and helped in fighting Boko Haram. So the fears that Christians have, employment is going to bring it, is going to some of the insecurity. Employment is going to deal with it. Then secondly, these two people are very much experienced in the issues of terrorism. They are not newcomers.